Alright, what's up, Internet? Steve Moore here. Today, I want to talk about being sick and what to do about it. Right now, I have a sore throat, tonsils are swollen, nose is stuffed up, and I'm going to do my best to fix this using Wim Hof Method breathing. I have some chest congestion, so yeah, I just wanted to give you a before and then show you what I'm going to do to fix myself. Anywho, I'll see you in a second. So, step one. One of the most annoying things about this whole situation is my stuffed up nose. So what I want to do is add some kind of hot liquid. Step one. One of the things I'd like to do is figure out what symptoms I'm having and then try to find a couple different ways of breaking everything down. The first thing is the mucus. Mucus sucks. So what I want to do is thin the mucus in my nose and my chest and then hopefully expel it. So step number one for me is I'm going to chug some water and then I'm going to make some coffee. Hot coffee for the chest, water for everything else. Because water is freaking awesome. Now, I don't know if you guys out here are interested in my wacky antics of getting myself feeling better. Or if you like dogs. If you like dogs, I have one. Dog! Come here. Say hi to the internet. This is Casey. Say hello, Casey. Hopefully this video goes viral because there's a puppy. But if not, we can get back to getting myself better. I think she wants to go outside. Go outside. Be right back. Back to water. So water, staying hydrated, not only helps your immune system, it'll also help thin the mucus that's already built up in your body. It's good stuff. Step two, coffee. I would make Bulletproof Coffee. It's my coffee of choice, but I'm going to have to settle for almost Bulletproof Coffee using MCT Oil. MCT Oil and regular coffee. Don't have any grass-fed butter, unfortunately. So let's give this a nice grind. Now, one of the second thoughts that I'm having is that I need to lower my systemic inflammation, which will be the job of Wim Hof breathing and maybe cold exposure. Outside, we're looking at a 45-degree air temperature, so not that bad, but maybe a little on the warm side for it to really do much as far as inflammation is concerned. Add some coffee goodness. What's happening though is that when my body's starting to fight off all these wackadoodle virus or bacterial infections, it's using the inflammation systems as a defense mechanism, actually. So some people think that inflammation is a good thing for healing. For what I understand, which you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, because I most likely am, there's a second stage in your immune function, which kicks it up a notch, and it apparently takes like 2 weeks before it kicks in. That's what Wim Hof says, and a couple other individuals on the interweb. I'm not 100% sure what happens, but all I only know is that like your cytokines drop to nothingness, and all inflammatory markers drop to nothingness when you do Wim Hof breathing, and it feels freaking amazing when you're sick. So I'll be doing that soon. So I'm going to drink some coffee, and then I'm going to talk to you guys about what I'm going to do next. I have 2 more steps in this process. It'll be Wim Hof breathing, then a contrast shower. And then hopefully by the end of that, everything will be clear. My nose will be clear, my body will feel better, and I'll be ready to go conquer some shit. Thanks, Internet. Hello again. So, my coffee's done. I think the waters are starting to clear out the mucus a little bit. Got my MCT oil. I believe it's a 70-30 split of capric and caprylic acid. This awesome stuff has a mild thermogenic effect. It is a brain-enhancing liquid awesomeness. Gets converted into ketones in the liver, which is a good thing. Some say that ketones are the 4th macronutrient. It's a replacement for carbohydrates in the diet. Definitely cool. The bottle says that it promotes cognitive function and mental focus, and a efficient source of rapidly utilized energy. I think that's making me feel pretty good. So, yeah. So I'm going to drink my coffee, and I'm going to think about exactly how I'm going to do this Wim Hof breathing with a chest full of mucus goodness. I'm hoping this will help out. I would like to ask, as you're watching this, if you can think of some ways that you handle colds and post them in the comments below. Because I would be down for experimenting with anyone else's methods as much as I'd be cool with mine. Oh, yeah, and another thing, I'm going to pop some fish oil and some magnesium. That typically helps. Zinc is okay. A lot of people are using zinc for all kinds of different things, for immune support. But we get a lot of zinc in our diets. So a lot of times I don't think that's necessary. Like Zycam or the other kinds of stuff. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Yeah. I'll see you when I start doing the breathing. Okay. So I had my coffee. I've taken my vitamins. Drank water. I'm already starting to feel better. But now, I'm going to kick this into high gear with some Wim Hof breathing. Now, for those of you who do not know, the Wim Hof Method is a 3-stage round of breathing that allows you to consciously, with the power of your mind, drop your inflammation, increase your immune function, increase your metabolism and allow you to withstand cold temperatures and enjoy colder temperatures for long periods of time. This has a hardening effect on your immune system and really has an amazing effect on things like depression or anything else that may be bothering you. It's very interesting. Now, the 3 stages of breathing. First stage is a controlled hyperventilation. So it's almost like you're blowing up a little kid's balloon. Like that. You do that 30 to 40 times, depending on how you're feeling. At the end of that, you're then going to drop into what's called a retention. I don't know if I like the term retention particularly much because it sounds like you're holding your breath full of air. It's more like holding your lungs empty of air, which is something like that. You do that for as long as you can. Now, during the hyperventilation, just as an FYI, your CO2 drops really low, your oxygen goes really high, your hemoglobin specifically only carries around 99%, 99% oxygenation. But when you hyperventilate like that, you're not just oxygenating the hemoglobin in your blood, you're also oxygenating the other tissues and other fluids. So anything that can hold oxygen will start to hold oxygen. And that is a pretty interesting fact. Also, your pH goes up, so you become more basic. You become more alkaline. I guess that's bicarbonate is produced in your body. You can fact check me on that too if you want, internet. I know you will. So that starts to happen. You used to become very alkaline. And then you drop into the retention, and that goes the other direction, almost like inducing altitude sickness almost. So you're going from superoxygenation to complete depletion, back and forth, back and forth, and back and forth. That's going to spike your adrenaline. It's going to drop your inflammatory markers really quickly, and you can start to then control your immune function, your autonomic immune function, with just your mind, through visualizations and some other things. Okay, and then the third section of the breathing is a deep breath in, and you hold it for about 10 seconds. What I notice when I do that is after a few rounds, I start to then feel trippy, like I'm taking a hallucinogen. That's a pretty powerful experience. Now, I also think that during the retention stage, which is when you're holding your lungs empty of air, when your CO2 spikes, I'm pretty sure that's a vasodilator. So I think all the capillaries in your body start to open back up again. And then when you take the deep breath in, it adds abdominal pressure, which then forces more blood into the extremities. Then I guess there's like a cleansing effect, getting all the waste products and everything out. So it'll start telling your body to operate at high gear. So let's get this sucker started, I guess. So that's what it looks like. I am going to, I guess, do the whole method on, say, 4 rounds. I'll just speed it up on camera using some movie magic when I'm editing this. And it should be a good time. Hopefully it's not too boring to see me sit around breathing heavily. Okay, so let's speed this up. So my body aches are now gone. Still a little congestion in my nose. Chest is clear, so everything is doing pretty well. Last stage will be the contrast shower, which should really help. And I'll check back in with you when I'm ready for that. So, this last stage of the anti-cold remedy, whatever you want to call this, it's a contrast shower. It starts off the hot shower, and return it to cold, and return it to hot, and cold, and hot, back and forth every couple of minutes once you warm back up and you cool back down. And that is going to, I think, finish clearing out my sinuses, which are almost clear just because of the Wim Hof breathing, but the steam from the shower is also going to lend a big hand. Now, the thing with the contrast showers, if you have never done one before, they can be a little uncomfortable, I guess. Like they're uncomfortable. So you really have to suck it up. If you're the kind of person who enjoys intensity, you're going to love this. If you're the kind of person that enjoys, you know, everything being comfortable, then you probably wouldn't be watching this video anyway. So, let's have ourselves a good time. And hop on in here. Nice and warm. So yeah. Very cool. So what we have is a nice warm shower that's getting water all over the place, and that's okay. Because I like being half naked, taking showers in swim trunks on the internet. That was like a great decision. It reminds me actually of when a commenter on my ice bath video said, I never thought I'd see myself watching a half-naked man breathing next to a bathtub for 20 minutes. But here I am. So already feeling the sinuses starting to open up. I really think the Wim Hof Method breathing beforehand is going to make this much more comfortable when I start to, turn it completely cold. Yeah, I think the breathing is definitely going to help with getting everything opened up. I think for some reason I think it makes my nostrils flare on the inside a little bit. I kind of feel that when I do Wim Hof Method. It's quite neat. So, it'll be pretty wild. Man. So, I'm here and getting warmed up. Heat is nice. You can see it's probably steaming up a little bit in here. The camera lens may be getting steamy. Maybe open the door and see put the steam out, so you guys can actually see what the heck's going on. Okay, so now that we've gotten some heat, the next step is going to be turning it completely cold. Not like just a little bit, not just like, oh, it's lukewarm, but completely cold. And we're starting with my head under the water right here. The reason is, I'm telling you the most uncomfortable part out first. Makes everything a little easier. So, turn all the way cold, head's under the water, here it comes. Yep, that's nice and cold. That's probably 55-degree water. It's middle of November in Baltimore. So this is what I do to count, right? So Wim Hof says 30 seconds to a minute under the cold. I say count the breaths on each side. So 10 breaths here. 10 breaths here. 10 10 breaths here. And breath here. And then turn it back to warm. Ah. And that feels amazing. Do this 4 times in a row. If you can, if you don't feel comfortable doing it 4 times, you can do it, maybe 3 times, 2 times, whatever you feel comfortable with. But you really want to do it more than once. And the key is, at the end of your shower, always end your shower on cold. Don't end it on warm. End your shower on cold. You'll thank me for it. Just trust me. I'm going to turn this off now so I can take and finish my actual shower. And I'll check back with you guys at the end. So I just got out of the shower, and I am feeling awesome. My chest is clear, my nose is pretty clear, maybe a little runny. I feel strong, I feel vibrant again, I feel basically normal. So, yeah, this is my protocol for what happens when I get a little sick. I typically don't ever get sick. This is about as bad as it gets. I feel pretty flippin' awesome almost all the time. So hopefully you can take this and maybe give it a whirl and tell me how you think. So again, Steve Moore with Rebellious Nerd. I guess I'll talk to you later.